fams, and welcome back to our YouTube channel Diary TV. Of course, I remain your humble host, divine favor Awago. Yes, on to today's segment, I bring you 2026 World Cup qualifier, 5 observations from Super Eagles 1-1 draw versus Warriors. Yes, today we're diving into a football story that still got us reeling. March the 25th, 2025 marked that date because it's one Nigerian football fans won't forget anytime soon. The Super Eagles, our pride and joy, took on the Warriors of Zimbabwe in a 2026 World Cup qualifier at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. The vibe, of course, electric. The stakes, massive. The result, a jaw-dropping, head-scratching, downright embarrassing 1-1 draw that's left us all asking what just happened. Now, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. We are about to unpack this game over the next hour with 5 key observations that tells the tale of a night gone wrong. This isn't just a match to recap, it's a roller coaster through brilliance, blunders and everything in between. So whether you are still fuming, still hopeful or just here for the drama, settle in, grab a drink, your Super Eagles scarf or maybe a pillow to scream into because we're going deep. Now, the 2026 World Cup is looming large, hosted across the USA, Canada and Mexico with 48 teams and a chance for Africa to shine. Nigerians been there 6 times, dazzling the world with flair and fight, but right now, we are stumbling in Group C, stuck in 4th with 7 points after 6 games. South Africa's leading, Benin surprising and Rwanda scrapping. Then there is Zimbabwe, a team we've historically crushed, holding us to a draw. It's not panic station yet, but it's close. So let's break it down. What went wrong? What went right and what it means for our World Cup dreams. First up, observation number 1. Victor Osimhen's lone spark in the dark. Let's start with the one bright spot in this groom. Victor Osimhen, if there's a player who can drag Nigeria out of a mess, it's him. The Galatasaray striker on loan from Napoli is a force of nature. And on Tuesday night, he showed why he's our golden boy. The clock hits 73 minutes, Olaina swings in a pitch of a cross from the right and there's Osimhen, leaping higher than anyone, powering a header past Zimbabwe's keeper. Washington Arubi 1-0, the stadium explodes, the bench erupts and for a fleeting moment, it feels like the Super Eagles are back. That goal was pure Osimhen grit, streaming and a striker instinct. He's been carrying us lately, scoring twice in the last 2 qualifiers and you could see the hunger in his eyes. The crowd chanted his name and honestly, it felt like the turning point we'd been begging for. Nigeria had been on top 60% possession, peppering their box with chances, and this was the reward. But where it gets painful, that spark. We let it fizzle out. Osimhen's moment of brilliance was wasted, and that's what stings the most. Think about it, this wasn't just a goal, it was a lifeline. 7 points from 6 games. Isn't Super Eagles football? We are a team that's supposed to dominate, not limp along. Osimhen gave us the lead, but the team couldn't hold it together. The midfield drifted, the defense dozed off, and suddenly that 1-0 felt like a house of cards. He's not an Osimhen, he's out there fighting, bleeding green and white, but football's a team game, and his teammate didn't step up. That late equalizer, we'll talk about it soon. Now, he turned his heroics into a footnote. Observation 1, Osimhen lit the fuse but the explosion never came and that's why this draw feels so embarrassing. Now, observation 2, a defensive collapse we can't excuse. Now, let's get to the moment that broke our hearts, the defense. If you watch this game, you are probably still replaying it in your head, of course, the 19th minute especially. Stoppage time, Nigeria's not seen that 1-0 lead and then disaster. Tawanda Chirewa, Zimbabwe's tricky winger, picks up the ball, dancing past our backline like they're stuck in mud, and toe pokes it under Stanley Nwabali 1-1. Silent shock. You could feel the hair sucked out of Uyo, and honestly it was a dagger to every fan watching. How did this happen? Zimbabwe hadn't done much all night. They sat deep, soaked up pressure and waited for a minute. And boy, did we give them one. Chirewa had no business getting that much space. He slipped between Semi Ajayi and Williams Ekong like they forgot he was there. Was it exhaustion, a lapse in concentration, a lack of shouting at the back? Whatever it was, it's not good enough. These are seasoned pros. Ajayi's a rock at West Brom. Ekong's captained us through storms, but they switched off when we needed them blocked in. Stanley Nwabali's been a revelation in goals, but even he couldn't save us here. The shot was close, slow and quick though to stop. But you wonder if he could have done more. This wasn't a one-off either. Late goals have haunted us in these qualifiers. Zimbabwe didn't outplay us, they outlashed us. And we handed them a point they barely earned. It's embarrassing because Nigeria's defense should be a wall, not a welcome mat. Observation 2, our backline crumbled at the death, and it's a flaw we can't keep ignoring if we are serious about 2026. Now on to observation 3, midfield misfires and wasted chances. Alright, let's move to the engine room, the midfield. This is where battles are won, and against Zimbabwe we lost the war. Alex Iwobi, Wilfred, Ndidi, Raphael Onyedika, they've got the talent, no question. Iwobi's got that flair, Ndidi's a tackling machine, but as a unit, they've misfired. Nigeria had the ball over 60% possessions, but it was all flash. No substance, side to side, no killer pass, no real threat. Now look at the first half. Moses Simon tears down the left, cuts it back, and where's the midfield? Missing. Osimhen scrapping for scraps, but no one's feeding him. Then there is Iwobi 45th minute. He's got a sight of goal, but blazed it over when a simple pass could have opened them up. These aren't small moments, they are game changers we let slip. Zimbabwe's midfield wasn't dazzling, marvelous, Nakamba and French just stayed tight, pressed smartly and waited us out, played into their hands, and the chances, oh, don't get me started. Tolu Dare came off the bench and helped set us. Osimhen goals, credit there, but he skied a sitter earlier. Now Simon had Arubi scrambling, no finish. Lookman drifted in and out. We had the tools to bury this game, but the midfield didn't connect the dots. Compare that to South Africa, who've been ruthless in Group C, 6 points ahead of us because they turned chances into goals. Observation 3, our midfield sputtered, our finishing faltered, and it's why we are not celebrating a win right now. On to observation 4, Eric Chill tactical puzzle. Let's talk about the boss, Eric Chill. The Malian Gaffers got a tough gig, first non-Nigerian Africa to lead the Super Eagles, and after a 2-0 win over Rwanda last week, we thought he'll find his groove, but this draw is got us questioning his playbook. Chills inherited a squad dripping with talent, Osimhen, Lookman, Ndidi, but against Zimbabwe, the tactics didn't click. Now start with the setup 4-3-3 classic Nigeria, right? But it felt stiff. The wingers Simon and Chukwueze didn't stretch the play enough, and the midfield sat too deep after we scored. Was that the plan? Protect the lead? If so, it backfired. Substitutions raised eyebrows too. Dare for Chukwueze in the 59th minute worked, he linked up for the goal. But why not earlier? Zimbabwe were fading, we could have pounced. And where was the adjustment when they started pushing late? Now compare that to Michael Nace, Zimbabwe's coach. His team was disciplined, compact, patient, ready to strike. Chill still learning this squad, sure. He's only been here since late 2024, but qualifiers don't wait. Fans are split. Some say he needs time, others say he's out of his depth. I'm torn. He's got the resume, but this was a tactical wobble. Observation 4, Chill's puzzle isn't solved yet, and this draw exposed some pieces that don't fit. Now on to observation 5, World Cup dreams on the brink. Finally, let's step back and look at the big picture. This 1-1 draw isn't just a bad result, it's a red flag. Nigeria's World Cup dreams are teetering. 7 points from 6 games, 4th in Group C, 6 points behind South Africa. It's a mess. Lesotho's draw with Rwanda kept us afloat, but we should have leaped up the table. Next features. Rwanda at home, South Africa away in September, do or die. We've owned Zimbabwe before, 5-1, 3-0 wins in past qualifiers. Now, they've got our number, at least for a night. It's humiliating. Nigeria's a football titan. 3 AFCON times, 6 World Cups, Zimbabwe's never made it. Yet they walked out of Uyo with a point that's a smack. The 2026 format gives Africa 9 points plus a playoff shot. We should be locked, but we are scrambling. Fans are restless, social media is a war zone. Some say we are done, others point to Osimhen and pray. Me? I think we've got the squad, but the fight's got to match it. This draw is a wake-up call. Our World Cup ticket's not punched yet, and time's running out. Where do we go from here? That's it, folks. Well, 5 observations from a night that left us stunned. Osimhen spark a defensive nightmare, midfield woes, tactical questions, and a World Cup dream on edge. What's your take, fams? Drop it in the comments. Does Chill stay? Who's got the step up? If you love this hour-long breakdown, smash that like button, share it with your squad, and subscribe if you're new. We'll keep tracking the Super Eagles journey to 2026, good, bad, or ugly. Well, until next time, keep the faith, Nigerian fans. And of course, this is your favorite YouTube channel, Diary TV.